Hey everybody, it's me, Jake, from Jakin Off. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. This week I am joined by none other than Aaron Scarbrough. Let him hear it, everybody. Give him a round of applause. Aaron's a really funny comedian and friend of mine from Kansas City, and you can follow him at bad.aaron.scarbrough. And you can also check him out on Patreon at Aaron Scarbrough, and check out his podcast. It is called National Prayer Breakfast. Give it a listen. Give it a like. Other than that, you know the drill. Follow us at jakin.off.podcast on Instagram and TikTok, and send anything at all to jakin.off.podcast at gmail.com. Other than that, please enjoy listening to this episode and have a lovely, lovely day. I love you. Have a good one.
What I'm trying to do.
But you got a lot of people were upset at a joke that you posted on Instagram.
Oh yeah. The fentanyl bit, which I mean a bunch of like bootlicking crybaby little bitch boys like just started calling. They attacked my appearance. They were like, "Oh, this fucking ninny needs the cops." They all had the same idea, and they weren't even smart enough to say it funny like that.
Yeah.
They were just like, "This guy's not even that strong."
No, I know the types. Yeah, dude.
But I bullied them so hard that some of them changed their profile picture.
Wow, are you serious?
Yeah.
What did you say? What'd you bully them about?
You want me to read one?
Yeah, go ahead. If you got them,
I'll treat you to a little.
accessed.
I'll treat the Jake offs to a little fucking sugar.
So you engage, huh?
That's my new policy.
I engage.
It's like, I don't got a job, motherfucker. I can talk to you. That's what you want?
Yeah.
They always seem surprised that I'm actually talking back to them.
Yeah, no, for real. That's funny.
Yeah. Where is it?
Dude, no, I saw you like responding to some people. I had one guy hate on some shit that I posted where he was like, "Gosh, everybody is just doing the most low effort shit ever. Like, fucking, why is this in my feed?" And it's like, well, dude, it's probably because you keep commenting on stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, stop commenting on stuff that you don't like.
Right.
Just scroll past it and it'll stop showing it to you.
I was
you
looking
know what
at
I mean? Do you just
I found it.
Okay, you got it?
All right.
So what'd this guy say?
So this dude said, "Funny from a dude who looks like he couldn't defend himself from 2 4th graders." Brilliant. That's from... I've been saying his name everywhere. He's been through enough. So I said, "Looks can be deceiving. For example, when I saw your comment, I assumed it was made by some stupid cop. Imagine my surprise in learning that you are a literal hog. Good luck at the state fair, and I hope your recent exposure to good stand-up comedy results in you losing your virginity or something."
You are a
1,500
literal
likes
on that comment.
I ratioed that motherfucker back. Oh my god! Yeah,
You are a literal hog.
Yeah,
that's so good. I think I did read that. Yeah, that was like one that I saw, and I think even like at that point, I like read it. And I was like, Jesus, Aaron.
A lot of people had that reaction, but here's the thing. I mean, it's just like these fucking dipshits. They just like they troll people on the internet, and they never expect anyone to actually hurt them. Yeah, and
or say anything back at all.
Yeah, and I also kind of I have a chip on my shoulder because I have red hair and whatnot, and I'm like, it's true. Like red-haired people have they don't have morality, and they are they act completely on impulse. They're disgusting. They're not like you guys. But yeah, I just I like to make an example of people if they disagree with me at all. That's my policy.
Fair
I'm a
enough,
big
dude.
Mao head. I like Mao.
Mao.
Do you guys know about Mao?
Yeah,
I don't know very
guess.
much, but I've always liked his vibe in pictures.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He's not. I mean, I can't confirm that he was a great guy like I can Fidel Castro.
Pretty. So I think that I actually know quite a bit about Mao. Pretty big area of interest, Chinese history and stuff.
I'm trying to get Chinese money, honestly. If they're listening and you know,
Trying to get renminbi.
Yeah, I would like to commit a little bit of treason with
what?
the People's Republic of
I don't
China.
think that you're one of their guys that they would be into.
I can help.
I
I can
don't
help.
think so, dude.
Have you seen my propaganda?
No.
I don't know. Well, I mean, I kind of steal it from them, but
Yeah.
um,
You're a propagandist. You've been making propaganda.
mm-hmm.
Where have you been putting it up at?
Instagram.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe I haven't
I'm a
seen
Antifa influencer now. I'm like
Oh.
Kelsey Fairley.
it. Is she an Antifa influencer?
Wasn't she?
She
Well,
had
that was
like
her
a-
character.
Or she had a sketch that she did that was about Antifa. It was
And it blew up. It was funny.
because it was
You hear that, Kelsey?
it
I
was
like
dunking
it.
on-
It was good.
it was dunking on people.
Fox
who were
News
this
went
is
during
all
their
Antifa or
Yeah.
whatever.
and that never went away. By the way, they still think that whatever. I mean,
Yeah, I think that it's morphed. It's because you don't hear as much about Antifa anymore, and now I think they just are I don't know. They're I feel like the reframing is eventually going to be war on terror
yeah.
kind of stuff, and it's worrisome to me. I don't know. We don't have to get too into
I just left a Friendsgiving. Can you believe they wouldn't let me give the blessing?
Yeah, I can believe that.
All I wanted to do was say a few words on Palestine.
Well, dude, the reason why I brought up your war with the police that you've been waging is because I read this pretty funny story about a police officer in Sydney, Australia, who got fired because he pointed a gun at his coworker for spoiling or threatening to spoil the movie Top Gun Maverick.
So he essentially is Walter from Big Lebowski at that
I've
point.
never seen
In Big
Lebowski.
Lebowski, John Goodman's character catches an opponent in bowling stepping over the line and insists that he change the score to 0 or whatever for that. Or I don't know how fucking bowling works.
Whatever. Forfeits the points.
Yes. And he pulls a gun out to enforce it
Nice.
and cocks it in his face.
Yeah. So this seems a little bit different than that. That seems I'm assuming he's angry, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this
This was a bit?
The way that they describe this is, according to court documents, the complainant, the guy who he pointed the gun at, Constable Morgan Royston. All their names
The
are
Honorable...
all their names are hilarious.
What was
it's in
that name
Australia.
again? Read it again.
Constable, he's a constable, Morgan Royston.
Morgan Royston.
Yeah, they all sound so
I'm going to add him on Facebook. I think we finally found the good cop that you're all talking about.
The guy who pointed the gun at him, his name is Constable Dominic Francis Gaynor.
Gaynor. Gaynor.
Hello.
Hello.
Constable Gaynor.
It is I, Constable Gaynor,
But he said
Lord of the Britons.
this Royston guy said that he had seen the Tom Cruise movie the previous night and told Gaynor that he would spoil it for him. And then the agreed facts state that Gaynor, who's 30 years old, then laughed as a different colleague left the room and said, "Don't spoil the movie, cunt." And then Gaynor is also quoting as saying, "I'll shoot you." The agreed facts say Gaynor then took his Glock out of its holster. He pointed his firearm at the vicinity of the complainant and held it stationary for 5 seconds, the documents say. The officer's finger was on the receiver and not on the trigger. The offender was laughing throughout this incident. So he's laughing and pointing a gun at his friend, or at least coworker, I guess, at work, which is, I mean, I think we can all agree is a little inappropriate.
It's I don't know. Like, I would never tell anyone how to do comedy. I know a lot of people that use live loaded firearms in their bits, and
that's true.
Look, I kind of live for that sort of adrenaline
There are some Baldwin brothers who use live loaded guns.
Yeah, for their bits. Yeah, and the same thing. Like, I don't listen to anyone when they tell you how to make your art. That's the lesson to be learned from the Baldwin shooting. You can judge all you want, but you have to respect it.
Yeah, I feel like what I took away from that is that regulations never work.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's something that we've known since Ronald Reagan saved the country.
Yeah.
He deregulated everything that besides things for black people, and of course, as you guys know, through trickle-down economics.
It's very targeted deregulation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ronald Reagan, what an interesting guy. Like, the only thing that's really respectable about him is his taste in fucking blowjob artists.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, you mean Nancy, the throat goat?
I don't understand that. No, I understand people say stuff about Nancy Reagan blowing people, but why do they call her that?
Because that was her nickname. No, I don't. I don't think that throat goat, that term existed.
No,
maybe,
of course not.
Maybe
they did not use that word in the 1980s. But I'm saying,
she was goated.
Why do they say that about Nancy Reagan though?
Because she blew everyone in Hollywood. It's written in the.
Is that true?
In the scrolls.
What scrolls?
The ones beneath the White House.
I don't know, dude. I feel like that's one of those things. It's like a weird thing that, maybe she did blow everybody in Hollywood, but it's that's not why I hate Nancy Reagan. You know what I mean? I'm
glad that you don't.
She can blow whoever she wants.
Well, frankly, that was the only.
I feel like if that's what she was doing instead of the other stuff, we'd probably all be better off.
It was the most respectable thing about her in hindsight.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Dude, I think she should have blown more people.
And listen, folks, I know that I have a lot of political opinions, and they are just that, my opinions. And I also wish to state that they are not based in fact. I go off of a vibes-based system.
I've heard other people say that Nancy wrote stuff about Nancy Reagan blowing people, and is it just really it's just based off of rumor of what she used to do in Hollywood? Because I just don't know.
It's just it's legend. She became through hard work and dedication, she became a Hollywood legend and marketing. Honestly,
you're gonna want to put that closer to your mouth.
Oh shoot,
you're fine.
I'm so sorry, guys. I'll never do that again.
No, dude. I know Ronald Reagan was the head of the actors union during McCarthyism and turned all the he was the guy who was these are the actors and directors who are communists.
Yeah.
And then forked everybody over because people think that he didn't have a political career before he when he was an actor, but it's if you're the head of a union, you are political in some way, and it's crazy that he got to be the head of a union. He's one of the most anti-union guys.
Do we talk about Ronald Reagan every time I come on here?
No, I don't think that we talked about it the first time or the time that you were on with Keith. I don't actually think we talked about Ronald Reagan.
I bring them up with anyone who will listen. But,
yeah. Well, we're all ears.
Was there any more to that story?
What story?
About Bugsby or whatever.
Hornsby? These guys? No, I was
just cop.
I just thought it was funny that
Constable.
cops are even in Australia, they're seemingly mentally unstable
They're
people who point guns just at anybody.
Yeah.
Like, that's like it's like one of those things where I think that people think that it's like police abuse of power is like not incredibly prevalent and like all over the place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's why ACAB is that's not just an American thing.
Right, yeah.
I think, did that originate somewhere else?
I have no idea.
Seems like it could have come from England.
Could have.
They
yeah.
hate the bobbies. Or whatever.
You know, I do think that the problem is like in America is like it's like particularly pointed.
Yeah.
I think it's like quite a bit worse than most places.
Do you ever think, because like British people, everything that they say, like they call the cops the bobbies or some bullshit, and everything that they say just sounds like whimsical and like meaningless.
Dude, I gotta,
Do you think, what about like, is it possible for them to be scary at all? Like fucking Jack the
British
Ripper, was
people?
he just like fucking crumpets?
I think some British people are like scary because the way that they sound, it just sounds like you couldn't talk any sense to them.
Yeah.
Because they all sound so stupid, in my opinion.
They do.
And
they do.
They're like, hello.
You know what's funny is that like members of my family are so fucking like right wing
that they have British
fascist
accents.
Well, they love the Queen.
Really?
Which
That's
is
so
such
funny.
It's a hilarious thing.
Dude, it's being tossed around like that is like the 2025.
The Queen? Yeah, tell me about it.
Well, the 2025.
Wish I would have got a piece.
The Republicans put out like the 2025 plan. I don't know if it was like Republicans in the House. But basically, like if you read like sort of like the direction that they're taking it, and like Dick Cheney believed this super hard, that the president, like the chief executive, should have way more power, and like it should be concentrated like more with the president.
They love that.
Yeah,
they want a king. They literally want like a King David sort of situation.
It's so funny.
A genocidal maniac.
It's like the ultimate irony too, because like it's the same people who like are like running, you know, something called the Freedom Caucus.
Yeah.
Like all this stuff. And it's like, you know, I get that there are problems, of course.
Dude, that always reminds me of fucking Veep when Jonah heads up the Jeffersons.
Yes.
The Jeffersons. Dude, by the way, Veep in hindsight is just like the best.
It's so funny.
Fucking
it's
like
such a
political show of all time.
A funny show.
That show
dude.
slaps.
It's really, really good. I love
Jonah
it. You're the one who turned me on to it.
In that movie.
He kills it so hard.
He steals the scene, and I don't know what that guy's fucking name is.
Dude,
but
they have
hilarious.
like he has like a podcast. I think. Don't turn too much.
Oh, my bad.
I missed the camera, bro.
Yeah. Sorry.
You're all right.
They can get side profile. Oh,
I got
do you
your
want me to
side
just get
profile.
closer?
You can Here. Why are you doing it this way?
Oh?
No, just
I'm trying to make it visually interesting.
It's not visually interesting the way that you're doing
I
it.
do, now that when I hear that come out of my mouth.
Really, what we should do is you should sit back how you were, and I should move over here. It would work better with how the camera is. Yeah, so I'll go like this. See? Now you turn.
This is a little bit of behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Shit.
See, there you go. That's a little more. How's that? Now I'm right up in your shit, how you wanted.
Yeah, I'm so lazy. I just like to sprawl out. Ugh, I guess I can.
You can sprawl, dude. Come on.
Can I show you my picture?
Yeah, dude.
Show your
What'd
people
you bring?
my picture.
John Wayne Gacy, right?
So this is a painting of Pogo the Clown, John Wayne Gacy.
Is that
known
that
Democrat?
Was like
he was a Democrat.
Yeah, he was. Well, he had a lot of influence in the community. That's how he escaped, sort of, or like got away with everything for so long. Is because he was this, figure in the community that people respected and thought was like a respectable guy.
Right. And then and think of this. Some guys look like serial killers, and they're not upstanding members of the community, and people think that they look creepy, but they're actually great guys.
Yeah. Are you referring to yourself?
I don't know.
You don't look like a serial killer.
People
dude.
have told me that my whole fucking adult life.
Yeah, I think that.
But
they're just
I feel like everyone's. It's one of those meaningless things.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm always like, well, specifically which one? Because kind of. But
yeah. Well, which one do you kind of look
sometimes at times I have looked a little bit like the Unabomber, Ted Kaczynski. Which, if you are going to look like a serial killer, you could do much worse.
Yeah.
Because he, as we know now. He was right about a lot of things.
I actually talked about this on here, and I don't think that he was right about that much. Like, he had some good critiques about like technology and stuff, but his end result was that he felt like he needed to like murder innocent people. So it's kind of like
that's what I'm saying. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously,
yeah,
that he didn't cope with it in the same way I would.
Well, and he was super right wing too.
No,
like,
he wasn't.
Yeah,
no,
he was.
He was anti-fucking.
No, he was anti-authority, but he was pretty right wing, dude. If you read his manifesto, like. It's got a lot of critiques of technology and like corporates like entities and stuff, but like he's like a rugged individualist. Like he believes in like conservative ideals.
I'm not going to let you
dude.
Slander this man anymore.
No, I know. Dude, I talked about this on this podcast because people have a really super simplistic understanding of like what he's writing. He is not like the left wing person that people make him out to be.
Well,
yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm not going to read this right now, but you're wrong.
No,
I wish
I'm
to
not.
state for the record that you're wrong.
No, dude, I get it. Like, I'm not saying that you throw like everything that the guy said out. Like, there is some stuff that I agree with him on, but like fundamentally, his position is a right wing position and a conservative position. Like, that's where he's approaching things from. Like, it's the same way that like. There is like overlap between what I believe and like what some libertarian people believe, about like being like anti-war, like whatever, anti like senselessly murdering people with the police or whatever.
I can't
like
believe
anti-war on drugs. Do you get what I'm saying?
I can't believe our friendship has to end this way.
Because of what I'm saying about the
Ted
Unabomber?
Kaczynski. About Ted. Look, we don't endorse him on this show.
Of course not, dude. He murdered a bunch of people. He's a mass murderer.
We cannot endorse the Unabomber on camera.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't even endorse him off camera,
It was a bit, dude.
I'm sorry.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry for blowing up your bit, dude.
Let me cook. Look,
dude, there won't be any cooking, and it's rude to say that when you're talking about the Unabomber.
So this painting here is of John Wayne Gacy.
Yes.
And this also, believe it or not, upset a few people on the internet.
Yeah, I would believe that, but,
But here's the thing. Here's why people are fucking dumb. Look, you might say, that guy killed innocent children, and... Yeah, but I've also painted George W. Bush.
Yeah.
And you wanted to talk about killing innocent children.
Yeah.
He was and that's the thing. John Wayne Gacy was still a better guy than George W. Bush.
Yeah, I mean,
100%.
I think that I guess if like I don't know, I feel like that's splitting hairs. At that point they're both like pretty evil.
Yeah, but who did more damage to more people?
Like, I think
it's astronomical.
I think it's astronomical. I see your point, but
everything that this guy did, like the torture, the fucking sexual crimes, like all that shit, George W. Bush is responsible for exponentially more cases of all of that shit.
I mean, I don't disagree, but I just feel like it's a weird I just feel like you can paint John Wayne Gacy even if that weren't the case.
Well, I'm trying to talk to the fucking dorks that
but I feel like they're not going to listen to that logic.
They're not going to listen to your show at all.
No, I know, yeah.
But it's important to me to be right about everything and that no one disagree with me.
Do you think that you are
Yes.
That the haters are getting to you at all?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Dude.
No, I'm post feelings.
Your post feelings?
Yeah. I've evolved out of feelings. I don't have them anymore.
Dude, we were talking about Ronald Reagan, and this actually has to do
Ronald
with...
McDonald.
This actually has to do a little bit with deregulation and, sort of that ideology. So you remember Bored Apes? So
the NFT, yeah.
Yeah, so recently they had this thing called ApeFest in Hong Kong, and a bunch of people got injured from the lights that they used in the production.
That's hilarious.
So all these people flew to Hong Kong, and you can see the pictures here of like the festival. So the reason why it like fucked them up is because there were people who were standing close to the stage. These are like UV lights.
Oh, that's
so
not
they're
good.
Like, they're like pointing these UV
So they
lights.
just fried everyone.
For the Bored Ape Yacht Club, you see the like logo up there. All these people flew.
Maybe I'll make some Bored Apes.
Dude,
Have you thought of that?
You could make NFTs.
Hey, by the way, I wish to state, for the record, Jenny and her paintings are higher
very
art
talented.
than anything you will ever do.
Yeah, I agree. And she actually...
Her paintings are phenomenal.
Her paintings are phenomenal. And
Look her up. Jenny at... Jake's
Jenny
girlfriend.
Regan Artist.
Jenny
on
Regan Artist.
Instagram.
Jake's girlfriend.
Yeah, she's fabulous. She did the artwork for this podcast, which is very great artwork that I love very much.
All of her stuff's great. She's very talented.
Hard agree.
What now?
That was great, dude.
What?
I figured we'd talk about the Bored Ape Yacht Club a little bit more, dude.
Oh, right.
What kind of NFTs would you make?
You know what's fun? This is
You could make some killer clowns, dude.
Serial killer NFTs.
Yeah, you could make world leader NFTs. You could do like dictators. That seems like something that
maybe I'll make
you would do.
NFTs. Like I'll sell them. I'll call them NFTs, but they're just fridge magnets, like physical fridge magnets.
Yeah, maybe that's just what you should start
you
calling
own it.
Maybe that's
You
what you
can-
should just start
you can-
calling your artwork. Just call all of it NFTs.
Yeah.
They could make it hip.
I say we greenlight this project. I'll get my people on it.
Yeah, we'll start the Bored Aaron Yacht Club.
Bored Aaron. That is just Aaron. I'm fucking bored. I someone arrest me. I'm fucking bored.
Yeah, dude, get one of the constables on it.
I need some sort of personal injury.
Some sort of personal injury?
I'm bored. I'm that bored.
So you need like a...
I need a reason to go check into the hospital. I've had enough on the outside.
It's a bad...
I'm fucking bored. Now, other people consider like traveling or whatever whenever they're bored. But I live this sort of like Truman Show sort of existence where I am afraid to cross water, basically. I'm afraid to go past Omaha.
Oh, really?
No one's ever been up there.
Yeah.
It's uncharted.
Yeah. Why is that?
Why am I afraid?
Yeah.
It's because I always assume. So you know how like people say accidents always happen when you least expect them, like in the regards to a car.
Yeah.
They say that.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Well, the way I cope with that's horrifying to me.
Yeah, it's pretty
and I think about it. And so the way I cope with it is I assume everywhere that I'm going that I will get in a fatal car accident.
Why?
I think about when I was driving here, I was
So you just don't go
thinking
a lot of
about
places?
dying.
Or like what?
Huh?
So you just don't go a lot of places? Or
I don't go
is
a
that what
lot
you're
of
saying?
places, but I'm changing that. I'm in talks with people in Michigan, and then Spokane. Comedy.
To go do comedy. There.
I've reached, like I said, I've reached a new group of Antifa, basically, at various locations, and
Awesome.
they, some of them have spoken, and they wish for me to come rally the troops.
So you're going on a tour where you rally Antifa.
Yes, we're, yeah.
That's sick, dude.
What
do you think will happen? What do you think will
well,
happen when you do that?
what I hope will happen is that I will be assassinated.
But why though? To what end? And why would anybody assassinate you?
Because I'm too funny. Let me hit this.
Go ahead.
We got to go to Knuckleheads fairly soon.
Yeah, we got to leave here shortly. We got a few more minutes we can record.
How long are your episodes?
I try to do around 40, at least 40. Yeah. So, dude,
we've been doing 30s, 30s, and then 15s for the Patreon.
30s and 15s.
You know, if you don't mind, I'll go ahead and, since I brought it up.
Yeah, go ahead.
We are
and plug
taking
your stuff,
new
buddy.
members over at patreon.com/Aaron Scarbrough. Okay. And that's where, so I've decided, I had a breakthrough, and I have this new strategy that I'm implementing for my podcast.
Okay.
I ran it past the board of directors. They loved it.
Okay. So what is it?
So I'm calling it minimal effort.
Okay. Nice.
That's it.
Perfect.
Minimal
dude.
effort.
Yeah.
And if you do that,
yeah,
good things can happen. And it took me a long time to learn that. But if you just do minimal effort, you're looking at 36 views a week, man.
Yeah, dude. That's about that's about right. I mean,
yeah, welcome to the fold. I say that there are only 36 good podcast listeners out there, and I found them all. Yeah. They all like my show.
My whole thing is like I do feel like I could get more viewers or like listeners if I tried being more like controversial. Yeah. Or whatever. Should. No, I don't like that. Like, dude, I just see like a lot of people.
Come on,
like,
man. That's what I do. You join the world of grifting.
No, I like, dude, it fucking like drives me. I like.
You hate what I do?
I don't think that you're a grifter. I think that you're joking around, and it's like very obvious that you're doing bits and like having a hoot. Yeah. And a laugh. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But what I don't like is when I see comedians who like will be like doing things in a specific like, God, dude, I almost don't want to be too specific.
They use words like triggered and shit all the time.
Yeah, I guess. Like, I'm not even thinking about like anyone on a certain side of the political spectrum. Yeah. But like they do this online content that is sort of like not really comedy. Yeah. And it is sort of like this commentary, like it'll be like about like somebody else's reel or something, or like a video that somebody else posted, like where it's almost you're doing a clip show. Yeah. But it's just like 30 seconds long. And you're just kind of like, I don't know, like I hate the front facing camera, like
some people are good at that,
yourself. Some people are good at it.
Some people are good, but it takes a lot to do that and not be cringe. You have to do it
so much, I feel like. I mean like a specific like kind of video where it's like you're just ranting, like you're ranting and not really being funny. Yeah. And it's like you're ranting about something, even like sometimes it's kind of serious, and I'm like, this sucks. Stop being serious. I don't like it when people are like doing like serious shit and then posting it like it's comedy, you know?
Yeah. And you, honestly, if you're a comedian, that's like how you communicate, and you're probably more likely to convince people of your point if you're actually fucking funny about it.
Yes. And I also think that it's one of those things where like if you do that too much, like if you're like posting like not comedy stuff, you're going to get a bunch of people who like you for not comedy. Yeah. And then they're not going to come to your comedy show or whatever. I don't know. It fucking, I don't know. I hate online content. I hate social media so much. The second I have the chance to like never think about it again, I will like take the opportunity.
Yeah, you gotta whatever. You gotta. What's
I don't know.
Never mind.
Delegate.
I sound stupid.
Delegate my social media to somebody. If there's anybody listening who wants to take over, I know.
No, there might be. I found through my cop video, I found a videographer.
Oh, nice.
A young lad who is wanting to make a name for himself.
Just trying to cut his teeth.
And I found the right guy for the job.
There you go.
His name is Joe Pekin.
Okay.
I could look him up and give him. No, I mean, just look at my. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fucking Joe Pekin, P-I-E.
He's been video recording your stand-up?
Not yet, but we have a project we're doing where I'm gonna give a tour at the Nelson Atkins with a microphone.
There you go.
On me secretly.
That's like right up your alley.
And
You have to do
I've
it
been going
secretly?
there.
to
I've been
do it
going to the
secretly?
Nelson like I don't know. I don't know if I have
You
to
could
ask.
probably.
I have a forgiveness instead of permission sort of mentality with
That's a
stuff,
good strategy.
and I feel like they would be fine with it. I mean, it's just me making jokes about the paintings.
I don't think that.
I mean,
they
I
have,
am
like,
going to say some heinous things, but and I'm also going to make fun of the Art Institute.
Yeah, as
I
long
can't
as you're
wait.
not like, I feel like as long as you're not like disturbing the peace,
Yeah.
it should be fine. Which probably not going to do that. You're not a disturb the peace guy.
I make.
Which is why it's so funny that all your fans are Antifa members.
Oh sure. Well,
The great irony.
yeah. I do disturb, fat little fucking losers who want cops to spoon them. I disturb their peace. I'm sorry, boys. I know you want me to be your daddy, but I fucking can't. I'm busy. Yeah, did you hear that, Baltimore Mike?
Is that?
That was that prize hog who fucking that fucking loser.
God, dude. You are so. You're so angry,
so
dude.
here's the thing. Most people, whenever they get into LSD, they have breakthroughs and they're able to forgive their parents.
Yeah.
I had something similar, except for mine just made me the meanest person in Kansas City.
Just in Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
That was sassy.
I
That
look
sounded
forward
sassy.
to walking away from people in the middle of conversations if they. Dude, I have a move. You can steal this if you want. I do this to girls. Like, whenever they want to hug goodbye, they, come towards me, and I go, ah. When I put my fist out for a fist bump, they lose it.
They
It's
don't like
so
it?
mean. I've had it happen to me, so, that's how
You've
and
had
that
it
is
happen
the
to you.
secret to being good at insults
doing
is just
things
think of things that upset me, and I just do them.
Why, dude? Why are you? Why is this? The
Because I'm
breakthrough that
bored.
you had?
I'm bored. How many times do I have to tell you I'm fucking bored?
So you're just being mean to people?
Yeah. Dude, I fucking so mean. There was a comic at so there was this guy that I didn't really want to talk to at the open mic the other day, and he he had an injury at the open mic, like he hit his head or something. And he got wheeled out in a stretcher, and
What?
everyone was like, "Oh!" And I, I was just like, "Good." It was getting crowded in here anyway. Hey, I just try to lighten the mood a little bit. And whatever.
That water over there is for you if you
Is
want
it?
it. Yeah.
What is this? The Joe Rogan experience?
Yeah, you wish, dude. You wish it was the Joe Rogan experience.
You heard what happened with that guy in the green room when I was on acid?
No.
Like, I showed up to do a guest spot, and there's
Where?
a guy there. It was at the comedy club. It was for Sam
Yeah.
Talent. And the guy, so there was a guy doing a guest spot at the early
Yeah.
show, and I was doing the late show, and I apparently kind of bumped him.
Yeah.
And he was like, when I got to the green room, he was like fucking with me, and he was like, "So let me get this straight. You bumped me because you're on LSD." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, whatever." And he was like, "Well, you must not take this very seriously." And I was like, "No, I take acid very seriously. That's why I'm here." But yeah, I've been a little bit of a prick. I was also mean to a magician the other day. I'm just kind of confessing all my sins to you right now.
Yeah, that's all right. These are your
I was
confessions,
opening
dude.
for a magician, not to flex
Yeah.
I was opening for a magician, and I showed up to the green room, and I didn't like how he was treating me, like right off the bat, just how he looked at me.
Why was he like pulling stuff?
He
from
was
behind
just
your
like
ear?
he kept asking if I was okay, and
kept asking if you were okay?
he saw me go out to smoke a joint, and he's a fucking cruise ship magician, so that's like really scary for him. And he was,
He's like, we're not in international waters.
He was like, and he was like, do you want to know my credits for when you bring me up? And I was like, mm-hmm. I said it like that. And
be careful with this. Put the lid on it, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. And then when he, like, after the show, I was like talking to people outside, and he came up and he was like, nice. And he was like, dude, I hope we get to work together again, whatever. And I was like, yeah, I'll see you or whatever. And he gets in his car, or in his Uber or whatever, and I turned to the people I was talking to, and I was like, they were like, dude, did you know him before this or something? I was like, no, I don't associate with magicians.
That's pretty funny, dude. That's a great, I feel like that's a great story to bring us home, dude.
We got to get to Knucklehead.
You got anything you want to plug?
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. I'm the king of the plug.
Yeah, I know you are, dude.
If you live in Kansas City, go to the Rhino and check out my, I have some shit on the wall.
Nice.
I have a little installation, and it's full of writings, and little scribblings and paintings and, interactive, things.
Cool.
There's a little section on there that says, draw me something for once.
Nice.
And there's take-home stuff, and you can actually buy the artwork. Like, my Venmo's on there, and we have an honor system, so you just go fucking, and you can, if I have something up there that offends you, you could just suck it up and buy it, and then go burn it if you want.
There you go.
You little fucking Nazi.
Nice.
If you don't like, that's what I'm saying. If you don't like my stuff, you're a Nazi.
Yeah.
You're a Nazi, Harry.
As always, though, you guys know, follow this podcast at jakin.off.podcast and send anything at all to jakin.off.podcast at gmail.com. I'll look at it at least once.
Mm-hmm.
That's the policy around here.
I know that's right.
And other than that, I love you so much.
Me too.
Thank you so much for listening.
Bye. AaronScarbrough.com. Tittysnail.com.